All right. Shalom, shalom, shalom. All right, I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakakwadash. All blessings, honor, glory, and power be unto the Heavenly Father, whose name is Yahweh, through his only begotten Son, our Lord and our Savior, whose name is Yahushai, and double honors to the apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone who told me the truth, and salutations to the elect, scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. My name is Amun Gabar, and I'm back with another quick lesson. Lord willing, it's edifying, straight and to the point. And I'm going to try to make this quick before I head out to camp. And as you've seen the title of this video, captivity equals bitterness. And then most of you Israelites are comfortable as fuck. And it shows, all right? That's what AF means. AF means as fuck. All right, so most of you Israelites are comfortable as fuck, and it shows. And that's point blank straight, no sugarcoat, no whatever. Captivity equals bitterness. And a lot of Israelites, you so-called Hebrew Israelites, right? That are supposed to be in the know, you're comfortable as all hell, and it shows. All right, by the remarks that you make, the statements that you make, the videos, the energy or how you project yourself. Calling your church a brand, or calling your church an organization or whatever. It shows that you're comfortable, and see, the Lord is about to force you Israelites that are comfortable here in society he's going to force you into uncomfortable situation. He's going to force you into discomfort. All you Israelites that are clearly comfortable here in Babylon, the Heavenly Father has a way of making you uncomfortable, and that's exactly what he's going to do. All right? We had a prime example that took place a couple of weeks ago where the Lord made a situation for a man, all right, that called himself a chief priest very uncomfortable. All right? Very uncomfortable. So the title again, captivity equals bitterness. And most of you Israelites, you Hebrew Israelites, are comfortable, and it shows. All right, and this comes from a video clip that was sent. Let me pull it up real quick. This is a video clip that was sent a day or two ago, or probably before the Passover or on the Passover. I don't remember, but let me get it real quick. And Pastor Tahar, he did a video on it. Couple videos on it. I was listening into some of it while I was at work, and that's what you see on the thumbnail, by the way. At work while I was kind of listening to it while things were winding down. Plugged in my earphones, and I'm like, listening, and I'm thinking to myself how this society, this captivity, this bondage really is bitter. So I caught the image, just capturing the image of my work gear on, and strenuous shit that I do. A lot of you brothers, strenuous shit that you do, type of work, and it's bitterness. Of course, the Lord said, by the sweat of our brow, we gonna eat, meaning we gotta work. If a man don't work, he cannot eat, but nonetheless, we are in captivity. Men are working hard to get by, which is what we're supposed to do. And then versus the guys that you can tell that are just comfortable, they want the society to go on and be prolonged. There's no sense of bitterness in their life. And bitterness is good. Bitterness is good. And again, let me bring out why or how this stemmed. All right, this topic of discussion. Let me see if I can find the video real quick. The Lord put us through bitterness to make us perfect. But a lot of guys, you can clearly tell that they are not going through any type of bitterness. So I'm going to play this video. This is a video put up by, this is a statement that was made by Hassad, formerly known of the Sakari. And the group is called Genesis now, whatever. But anyway, this is a statement he made, and this shows you that he didn't even keep the Passover properly. So I'm gonna play it, and you just listening. All right. I used to sell dope. Now I don't sell nothing but hope. Yeah, seriously, and I've had a rough couple weeks. But again, what bitter herbs are you eating? So we're going to use lettuce. We're going to use romaine lettuce. Some people use horseradish, which is permissible, but it's disgusting. So I'm not going to be eating that. Somebody said kids' Bibles. That's it. You heard what he said. All right. You heard what he said. He's going to use romaine lettuce. Romaine lettuce is not bitter. Romaine lettuce is not bitter. All right. Clearly, when you read Exodus 12 chapter, it tells you how to keep the Passover. Exactly what you need to do. All right. Romaine lettuce is not bitter. Romaine lettuce, pretty much lettuce is packed with nothing but water. All right. We use bitter herbs. You know, we use something bitter. Bitter herbs, horseradish. That's what we use, horseradish, which is extremely bitter. I mean, there's children that brothers have children. Some of you sisters have children. You might have kept the Passover. You had Great Millstone and whatnot, or affiliates. You had your family eat bitter herbs if they partook. You know, your children ate bitter herbs or the horseradish. They didn't complain. Oh, that's disgusting. Abba, I don't want any. It's disgusting. You know, here there's a grown ass man, a leader that's supposed to be leading Israel or whatever, complaining about horseradish. I'm sorry, yeah, complaining about the bitter herbs, aka the horseradish, is too disgusting to eat on the Lord's Passover, as the Lord commanded us to eat something bitter, a bitter herb. Romaine lettuce is not bitter. Okay, pretty much, if you wanted a lamb dinner, just say that. All right, if you wanted a lamb dinner, just say that, man. Don't complain about how the horseradish is too bitter. I'm gonna play it again, and you know, when I heard it, it sounded, and I don't even want to use this word because the so-called black woman, the bitter, disgruntled ones of the world, and even not just her, but the women of the tribe, and it's mostly her though. Every time a Jake or a man do something that they don't really like, they got a word for it. You know, I really don't like when they use it because it'd be something simple. Like a man go to the gym all the time. They would say, oh, he's sassy. You know, they would say he's sassy. They just throw that word around, sassy. But no lie, when I heard that shit, to me, that's the first thing that came to my mind. It sounded fucking sassy. You know? I'm gonna play it again. You tell me. You tell me. And I'm not here to cut his ass or nothing like that, but I'm just saying, listen to the shit, you know? And matter of fact, I caught some Apostle Gabar. He had did a video too. I caught bits and part of it. But yeah, I mentioned damn, what did he say? It slipped my mind. Oh yeah, he mentioned how Apostle Argo is heavy again on the spirit to go into the Epicureans and the Stoics. All right, Stoicism and whatnot. But the Stoics, they lived a disciplined life. Stoicism pretty much is to endure hardness or hardship. You can say bitterness without complaining about it. Versus the Epicurean, they were all about pleasure. Just like America. America, this society is all about pleasure. They eat things for pleasure. All right, which is why they're sick. Everything is pleasurable. Everything they do is pleasurable. Pleasure kills. Epicureanism kills. So that whole mindset about not eating bitter herbs or horseradish on one night, we use horseradish. You could find any other bitter herb to eat. All right, something bitter, but romaine lettuce is not bitter. Okay, so that whole mindset, I'm not gonna eat it because it's disgusting. Then you're not in the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua at all. All right, and the bitterness again represents the bondage, the hardship that we had to deal with in Egypt, the captivity. And I'm gonna get the scriptures on that. I just want to get this part out the way. Yeah, seriously, and I've had a rough couple weeks. But again, what bitter herbs are you eating? So we're going to use lettuce. We're going to use romaine lettuce. Some people use horseradish, which is permissible, but it's disgusting. So I'm not going to be eating that. Somebody said sound like it's disgusting. So I'm not going to be eating that. Like mad, like a spoiled brat. You know, at a dinner table, talking about his string beans. It's disgusting. So I'm not gonna eat that. You know, this ain't about what it tastes like, bro. It's not about Passover. Ain't about taste. You know, it ain't about taste. Hey, listen, we ain't out here. Again, the Passover is not a lamb dinner. All right, it's not a lamb dinner. Whoever's preparing the lamb, Lord willing, it comes out good. If it don't, then you got to eat the lamb. You know what I'm saying? You got to eat it. The horseradish, you got to eat it. The wine, whoever brought wine to the Passover, you got to drink it. I don't care if it's not your favorite wine. Damn it, I don't like that brand. You got to drink it. Dry wine. If dry wine is the only option, I'm not gonna drink it. It's disgusting. You know, Jake. You know, probably want to sweet. What do you call it? They got that one sweet bitch. Jake probably wanted sweet bitch. You know, man, whatever, bro. Whatever. But anyway, bitter herbs is part of what we're supposed to eat. Okay? You're supposed to eat the bitter herbs. Who gives a fuck if it's disgusting? Bitterness is good. You know, show you that Jake don't give a fuck about their body. You know, we got a thing. It's called Cersei. I don't know if y'all brothers probably know about it, but Benjamin uses it a lot. Cersei is extremely bitter. I remember my father, when we were young growing up, we had to drink that shit damn near not every day, but I say like every weekend. You know, when you'd be home, like on a Sunday or something like that, you'd make us drink Cersei. Bitter as all hell. Good for the blood. Purifies the blood. Purifies the body as a whole. You know, if a brother know how to spell it, you could Google it and put up the benefits of Cersei, and that's bitter. You know, it's very bitter, but it's good for you. You know, Jake want all that sweetness. Well, go ahead. You know, and I'm not saying romaine lettuce is sweet, but bitterness is good. But whatever, hey, that's your leaders. Then it is what it is. You know, and then you got the other one right behind his shoulder. You know, I'm gonna show you another quick example. Then I'm gonna get the scriptures and I'm gonna close out because I gotta head out. So let me see, where's it at? Get this other clip right here. Jake don't know what the hell is going on. Jake don't know what the hell is going on. All right, I'm not even gonna play the whole thing. Probably just like a couple seconds. And this is supposed to be the Genesis Passover. All right, Genesis Passover. And again, videos like this serve for you new listeners. You new listeners, because you coming fresh out the world, and you will be deceived. You can be deceived easily or manipulated easily into not fully shaking off that old man. The things that attracted you in this world is not supposed to attract you in this truth. All right. Matter of fact, it's supposed to be the exact opposite. Whatever you was attracted to, it's not here in this truth. It's just not here. All right. You put off that old person, that old man, old woman, old female, whatever, and you become a new person in Yahweh Shai. So a lot of these Israelites, they perform a lot of gimmicks, things that draw in people. You know, they say birds of a feather flock together. So you hear this, I'm gonna just play the video. Jake wanna project the entertainment aspect, like if there's an entertainment aspect of this truth. It's not. It's not. But anyway, I'm gonna play this video. This is entitled Big G's official music video, Passover exclusive. I'm only gonna play a couple seconds, and then the numbskulls and idiots or whatever gonna say, oh, GMS is a bunch of haters. Bunch of haters. Well, like I said, if you think that way, then this video is not for you. If that's your conclusion of why brothers rebuke other brothers and constantly make videos to admonish Israel and to lead the Lord's sheep aright, if you think it's haterism or whatever, then this video is not for you. For the newcomers that may say, damn, I thought that's how the truth was supposed to be. But these men here at GMS, they brought out scriptures and they showed that this is not what it's supposed to be. But damn, I really thought this was it. These guys had the glamour and glitz. They bring out the Bible, but you could still be cool, hip, however you want to phrase it. I thought this was it. But hey, anyway, we'll see about that. Let me play this video.
Big G's, not the little ones. Big G's, not the little ones. Big G's, not the little ones.
And that's it. That's all I gotta show. That's all I'm gonna show. The Passover is not a fucking concert. It's not a rap performance. But then again, dudes is creating their own version of this truth. So it is what it is. You know, when First Peter 4:17 start popping off, or when it continues to pop off, then they want to say, "Oh, why you didn't tell these brothers that they were going off, motherfucker? We did tell them they was going off. So you shut the fuck up and sit down somewhere, because that's all we heard when this whole Alizé shit popped off. Why you just didn't talk to him? Why you don't pray for him? Why you don't do this? Why you don't do that? After all of that, Jake's still gonna go ahead and keep concerts for the Lord's Passover as if it's not a solemn assembly, as if it's not a Sabbath, as if our Lord did not get nailed to the cross that night. But guys is promoting their shit. I'm gonna say niggas is promoting their shit, promoting a brand. But it's alright, because when judgment unfold, you motherfuckers better not come crying to GMS. Not like we gonna save you or anything. And I say that, don't come begging to be part of GMS. It's between you and Yahweh Shem Yahushai. We just like-minded brothers under the banner of Yahweh Shem Yahushai and truth and 100% truth. So, hey, it is what it is. All right. So now let me just get a couple scriptures and that'll be that. So let me go to my bookmarks and bring a few precepts. So first of all, let me bring out Exodus, the first chapter in verse 13. It says, matter of fact, I start at 12. But let me start up a little bit. 7. Exodus 1:7. And the children of Israel were fruitful and increased abundantly and multiplied and waxed exceedingly mighty, and the land was filled with them. And now there arose a new king over Egypt, which knew not Joseph. And he said unto his people, behold, the people of the children of Israel are more and mightier than we. Come on, let us deal wisely with them, lest they multiply, and it come to pass that when there falleth out any war, they join also unto our enemies and fight against us, and so get them up out of this land. So let's deal a certain way with these Israelites before they become too mighty and go against us, join with our enemies. We gotta do something about these people. They growing too much. They becoming a great nation. We gotta do something. So what they do? Therefore, they did set over them taskmasters to afflict them with their burdens. And they built for Pharaoh treasure cities, Pithom and Ramses. Verse 12, but the more they afflicted them, the more they multiplied and grew. And they were grieved because of the children of Israel. So Jake they go through shit, they get afflicted, they go through, even look at it today. Jake just multiply, they have sex, like a stress release, release tension, they have sex and just grow, so same thing happened then. This says, and the Egyptians made the children of Israel to serve with rigor. All right, let's get that word rigor real quick. Rigor meaning. It says rigor. It says the quality of being extremely thorough, exhaustive, or accurate. All right, some similar words are strictness. All right, from the Latin rigor, which means stiffness. So they weren't lenient. They weren't slacking on how they caused us to serve. They were strict, draconian, if you want to call it that. Verse 14 says, and they made their lives bitter with hard bondage. So they made their lives bitter. Why else would the Lord tell us to eat the bitter herbs? All right. It represents our captivity, the bitterness that we had to endure in the land of Egypt. Showing you that Jake ain't spiritual. Jake ain't spiritual, man. All right. It says, and they made their lives bitter with hard bondage. Either Jake ain't spiritual or Jake is just comfortable. Because I know for sure, like when you sick, when a person gets sick, that's when they go towards the remedies that don't taste good. Like before, like prevention is a better cure, right? Like they say, prevention is the greater cure, to prevent it to begin with. So a lot of people don't do what do you call it? How I just said it? Preventative maintenance. They don't take things to prevent things from happening. They take it when shit start happening. You know. So therefore, because of a person's bitter situation, that's what's gonna force them into taking certain things that are actually bitter and good for them. But prior to them living it up, living good, not going through any bitterness, they had no desire or want or need to even want to ingest some type of bitter remedy. But because now they're sick and they're going through it, then they want to turn to the bitterness. You know, I say that to say you could tell, by Jake is just comfortable. Jake ain't living bitter lives, you know? And then again, the Most High is not putting him through it. The Lord is not chastising them as he would a son, but he's leaving them as bastards to do what the fuck they want. Because the Lord don't care about them. It is what it is. It says, and they made their lives bitter with hard bondage, in mortar, in brick, and in all manner of service in the field. And their service wherewith they made them serve was with rigor. So everything was rigorous. All right. It was very bitter. So that's what the bitter herbs is representing. The Lord told us to eat the bitter herbs. Jake don't want to eat it because it's disgusting. Well, Jacob's trouble is going to be disgusting. You're going to have to eat that. And like Apostle did the video, you ain't eating a roll. You know, you ain't eating the whole roll. You know? Jake ain't eating the whole roll. They doing what they want to do. Hold on one second. Let me see. So that was that. And it clearly tells us in Exodus, I believe is the 8th verse, 12 and 8, where it tells us about the bitter herb. Matter of fact, let me just go get it. So this is Exodus 12, and the point is at verse 8. And they shall eat the flesh in that night, roast with fire, and unleavened bread, and with bitter herbs they shall eat it. Not romaine lettuce, you know, not regular lettuce, not iceberg lettuce, not spinach, but something bitter. And it's clear that romaine lettuce ain't fucking bitter. So it is what it is. The Lord is gonna deal with Jake. And if you Israelites that heard that and said, "Ooh, thank God I don't gotta eat horseradish," and you listen to that guy, the scriptures tell you if the blind lead the blind, they both gonna fall into a ditch. So this goes out to y'all too. All you, window shoppers or whatnot, however they're like Nate calling window shoppers, jumping around, camp hopping, watching this video, that video, then you come to GMS all confused, asking questions that we clearly don't teach about, like certain things. Somebody come in your comment board, is it okay to eat romaine lettuce? When the fuck did we say it's okay to eat romaine lettuce? When did the scripture say it's okay to eat romaine lettuce? Why are you asking us? Who are you watching? When people come with all these bugged out, confused questions, because they watching all types of different doctrines, getting all confused and mixed up. That's why we warn you not to be all camp hopping, so to speak. All right. Now, when you read the book of Esther or the addition to the book of Esther, or additions, she made a statement, right? She made a statement, which it was actually a prayer, which I'm gonna read it. And she prayed, Salakia, addition to Esther, chapter 14, and I start at 3. And she prayed unto the Lord power of Israel, saying, O my Lord, thou art our king, help me, a desolate woman. What was it? I forget exactly if it was Sakari or I think it was Alizanum, but that said that the book of Esther is not kosher, so to speak, or whatever. But hey, it is what it is. I know they broke off from Sakari's and whatnot, but it's what happened when Jake just start losing it. They really start losing it. So, and she prayed unto the Lord power of Israel, saying, O my Lord, thou art our king, help me, desolate woman, which have no helper but thee. For my danger is in my hand. From my youth up I have heard in the tribe of my family that thou, O Lord, tookest Israel from among all people, and our fathers from all their predecessors, for a perpetual inheritance, and thou hast performed whatsoever thou didst perform them. And now we have sinned before thee. Therefore hast thou given us into the hand of our enemies, because we worship their gods. O Lord, thou art righteous. Nevertheless, it satisfieth them not that we are in bitter captivity. All right, it's sad. There you go. Nevertheless, it satisfies them not that we are in bitter captivity. Captivity equals bitterness. All right, America, the word Mara goes back to the word bitter. All right, that's in the scriptures, the bitter. And a lot of times I gotta look it up, but I know a lot of names like America. I know a lot of names that have the or the ca at the end of it. A lot of it is feminine. A lot of it is feminine names, and America is likened unto a woman. All right. When you read about it in the book of Revelation, she is always referred to as she. Babylon the Great is always referred to as a she. So it's no coincidence America sound like a feminine name. Mind you, the word bitter is in there, Mara, which means bitter. No, America is bitter. Not just the 400 plus years of hardcore bondage, but even now, America is bitter. Systematically, you know, financially, mentally, it's draining and it's very bitter. It's very bitter. You eat the bitter herbs, you ain't supposed to sit there thinking about how good it tastes, even though it yields a lot of health benefits. If you got I believe it's bronchitis, asthma, it's good for that. It's very good for that. Matter of fact, if you stuffy, if your nose is stuffed, you congested, eat some bitter herbs. That thing will open you up. It'll open you up, bro. You know? Yeah, virgin daughter Babylon, another female, another feminine attribute. But them bitter herbs, it yields a whole lot of good benefits, but you know, romaine lettuce is pretty much just water. Lettuce is mostly water, but that's not the point. You know what I'm saying? Point is, nevertheless, it satisfies them not who our enemies, that we are in bitter captivity. So captivity and bitterness are synonymous with each other. All right, our captivity equals bitterness, and the bitterness is because of our captivity, and the bitter herbs is a representation of that. All right, but they have stricken hands with their idols, and that's the point I want to get. The bitterness of our captivity. I believe I got one more. Let me see. Matter of fact, I got one more. Two more actually. Jeremiah 6:26. Straight to the point. It says, O daughter of my people, gird thee with sackcloth, and wallow thyself in ashes. Make thee mourning as for an only son. Most bitter lamentation. Most bitter lamentation. Remember, what is the Passover about? Clearly, you see, obviously, I played the video why he said bitter herbs is disgusting. I'm sorry, horseradish is disgusting. He's gonna choose romaine lettuce. And then I show you the Passover, damn rap concert. You think Jake up there in bitterness with a bitterness mindset as to what the Passover is about? Yahweh sacrifice, the bitterness in Egypt. You got Jake on stage like if this shit is some type of night at the Grammys or whatever, or whatever the hell function they use to celebrate the artists and stuff like that. So anyway, O daughter of my people, gird thee with sackcloth and wallow thyself in ashes, which is lamenting, mourning. It says, make thee mourning as for an only son. Most bitter lamentation, for the spoiler has suddenly come upon us. The Babylonian captivity, the spoiler, Nebuchadnezzar. All right, modern day Babylon, king of Babylon, modern day Pharaoh. All right, they about to come upon us. Even in bitter herbs is symbolic to the bitterness that niggas is about to catch. Jake about to go through all types of shit. It ain't over yet. It ain't over till Yahweh Shai appears. Till Yahweh Shai crack them clouds, that's when it is absolutely over. That's the very end of this man's kingdom, when Yahweh Shai crack them clouds. Till then, we got to endure the bitterness. And, brothers here, we've been taught that we would have to endure bitterness. Like Sirach, the second chapter, you come to serve the Lord, prepare your soul for temptation. We know that. And you develop that knowledge and knowing why and how as you grow in his faith and you grow in his truth, and the years and the months and the years go by. At firsthand, your brother, you're gonna catch hell. You don't fully understand it. You hear it, but you don't understand it until you're going through it. And then you could look back and be like, yup, I was told this, so this ain't no lie. This is the truth. But Jake ain't going through bitterness. They don't want to go through bitterness. You know, imagine them women at the Passover having to eat bitter herbs. You brothers that kept it and made had your household keep it. They had to eat the bitter herbs, the horseradish. You know, wouldn't it piss you off if your family told you, "I'm not eating those horseradishes. It's too bitter. It's disgusting." Hell yeah, it'll piss you off. Your woman telling you that, and your children telling you that. You be like, man, what the fuck? How you think your house shot feel or the Most High feel? This nigga talking about it's disgusting. All right, cool, got you. Check. Another bullshit added to the list. So I think that was it. Let me see. I had this bookmark too. Let me read this. Isaiah 14:3, and it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow. We don't have that rest just yet. All right, we're not in a position to be all comfortable and laid back. Micah says, in the book of Micah, it says, arise ye and depart. This is not your rest. All right? It's not your rest. So the Lord's going to give us rest from the sorrows, the bitterness, the hell, the captivity. It says, and from thy fear and from the hard bondage wherein thou wast made to serve. That thou should take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how have the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. How? How is Babylon ceased? Because the Most High is gonna break this state. He's gonna break this place. He's gonna crack it. He's gonna break this rod that the Lord created to be a chastisement unto us. He's gonna snap it in half. He's gonna cease it from existing. He's gonna cease it from oppressing us. The golden city, Babylon the Great. But Jake, again, like I said, they're comfortable as fucking society, and it tells. But the Lord is gonna force these Jakes into discomfort. All right, and it's gonna be real. Jake got Passover, bro. The Lord's Passover, and Jake out here rapping. Rapping, holding concerts. On stage. And Jake can say whatever the hell they want. Say whatever the hell they want. When the Lord come with that wrath, bro. We don't want to hear shit. But lamentations and woes and mournings and cries from these people. That's what we gonna hear. Jeremiah 11, the Lord said, he ain't gonna hear they cry when they start crying. So let me see. Anyway, I'm gonna end it there, man. I'm gonna close it out. I'm gonna close it out with this one more time.
We use horseradish, which is permissible. Okay, usual. I used to sell dope. Now I don't sell nothing but hope. Yeah, seriously, man. I've had a rough couple weeks. But again, what bitter herbs are you eating? So we're going to use lettuce. We're going to use romaine lettuce. Some people use horseradish, which is permissible, but it's disgusting. So I'm not going to be eating that. Somebody said kids' Bibles.
Crazy. The way you said it too. It's disgusting. So I'm not going to be eating it. Crazy. Men got to show themselves men again, bro, and just fucking start taking a bitterness. But anyway, they can or they cannot. Whatever the fuck I'm gonna do. Fuck I'm gonna do. Anyway, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai Barakathum to the Lord's elect. Low willingness was quick, fast, straight to the point. And you brothers out there, you men, endure the bitterness. Bitterness pays. This is what we've been called to. Yahweh Shai had his bitterness. Y'all shout, Jake out here acting all fucking sassy. It's disgusting. I was watching, this shit had me rolling, man. Brothers probably caught it. The elder bros, Alice was going live, and I think I know who's kind of mocking it, but one of the brothers mocked it so fucking perfectly. It shit had me rolling, bro. I was fucking laughing. I was laughing. You brothers that caught it, you know what I'm talking about, but that shit was fucking funny, bro. Jay can endure the. Yo, man, I'm sorry, but like here it is, people gonna be losing their fucking heads chopped off, people getting butchered and stabbed and gutted, and famine and boils and pestilence and plagues, and If bitter herbs, horseradish is disgusting, then you ain't ready for Jacob's trouble. So with that, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, Brakathon to the Lord's elect. Till next time, Shalom.